Right now, what you are looking at is my channel videos. Every video that I've uploaded since I started this channel is literally what you have in front of you. However, the most recent video that I put up, which was about a leftist who nearly killed a man, he's literally crying on Snapchat begging for money, has been age restricted. Yeah, you heard me right. It's been age restricted. Now, here's the thing: if you watch the video, I recommend you check it out. I don't curse as much. I only curse like around 6 times. And I'm talking about in the full context of the word, right? Like I'm talking about, like I said, the full word completely. I'm not talking about acronyms where I say BS or anything like that. I'm talking about like the actual word. And usually it was just the F bomb. I only said it 6 times in a 12-minute video. So in my case, it's not a lot. You might think, well, Carlos, that's a lot. Well, that's not really the case. Because I've seen other YouTubers such as Markiplier who curse like a sailor much more than I do, and their videos are not age restricted. I'm talking about the most recent ones, mind you. Now, YouTube sent me an email in regards to the matter, and I'm going to tell you my reply, and I'm going to tell you what I think of why they really age restricted my video. Because, I mean, think about it. Let's assume already. We know how YouTube is. But this is the email that YouTube sent me. Hi, Hispanic fence sitter. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and which we don't allow on YouTube. Your video, Leftist who nearly killed man in Portland cries like a baby as cops hunt him down, was flagged to us for review. Upon review, we've determined that it may not be suitable for all viewers and has been placed behind an age restriction. If a video contains violent or graphic content, which it doesn't, but I'm gonna go back. It does, but only shows an image when the leftist already kicked the man unconscious, mind you. So we're gonna do with that. But again, Antifa is allowed to do just that. Punch people, kill people, but yet they're allowed to do that. But anyways, going. If a video contains violent or graphic content that appears to be posted in a shocking, sensational, or disrespectful manner, it's less likely to be allowed on YouTube. Okay then. Then why are we allowing Antifa videos and Black Lives Matter riots on YouTube? YouTube? Why? I'm just curious. Why are you allowing that? But you're going after me. We also don't like content that is intended to incite violence or encourage dangerous activities. We review content on a case-by-case basis and will only make limited exceptions for appropriate educational, documentary, artistic, or scientific context where the purpose of the posting is clear. In light of this, we ask that uploaders post as much information as possible in the title and description of the video. I thought the title was more than enough of a definition for YouTube, but apparently it's not. Please note, even with this additional content, it is still not acceptable to post violent or gory content that primarily intended to be shocking, sensational, or disrespectful, and this type of content is prohibited on YouTube. And then how to respond, and then they told me to fill out a form, which I do think it's a mistake, and here's why. Now I did submit an appeal, and hopefully YouTube listens to me, but I doubt it because it's YouTube. Come on, let's face it. But this is what I say on my appeal, and again, I doubt YouTube's gonna listen to this. But this is what I put as my appeal. And I typed it out on a Google Doc because I know I won't be able to see it anymore if I submit it. So this is what I put. Then I copied it and pasted it to the appeal. I only cursed 6 times in the 12-minute video. I would be inclined to believe this is the reason, except that other YouTubers curse more on their videos than I do, and yet they are not age restricted. For example, Markiplier curses like a sailor in a video called Pogo Stuck, but this video isn't age restricted at all. Knowing YouTube's bias, it is probably because I'm calling out the violence of Black Lives Matter and Antifa and their use of terror tactics to intimidate the public. If this video was flagged because according to YouTube it was inciting violence, I would like to point out that helping the police find a fugitive has nothing to do with inciting violence. The man that is talked about in this video nearly killed a man and is evading the police. I would like to know why YouTube is defending a criminal. That's what I put as my response. Granted, YouTube, either they might keep that age restrictedness or worse, I might get banned. But you're sharing this video opposite the line. Like I said, in this video, I'm not inciting violence at all. I'm not saying that this man should be killed. I'm not saying that this man should be doing anything. The only thing that I demand from the police, or at least from the justice system, is to bring this man to justice. This man nearly killed another individual who was defending a trans woman from these thugs. Because that's what they are, thugs. Okay? But in reality, YouTube, they don't care. They really don't care. This video is not age restricted, and I think that pissed me off. But here's the thing: I'm not eligible. I'm not eligible for monetization. I don't have enough subscribers. But even then, I'm not doing this as a getaway from my actual job. I'm not doing this as a way to make. I'm not making a career out of this. I just do this as a hobby. What infuriates me is that YouTube is willing to go far and beyond to defend people like this gentleman in this video. And I don't want to say gentleman, but this thug, Marquise Love. Know his name, share this video, share share this video and share the video that I'm talking about in regards to the leftist who nearly cried, because it's clear that YouTube stands with this man. By restricting this video, by limiting who can view it, they are making it harder for the police to find this man. It's limiting the audience, therefore less people are going to be aware of who Marquise Love is, and therefore cops are going to have a harder time finding this criminal. YouTube clearly is doing this because they do not want the protected group to be held accountable for their crimes. Like I said, call me exaggerated, but like I said before, I only curse 6 times in the video. Markiplier, other individuals, they curse much more than I do in their videos, and yet they're not age restricted. They say inciting violence is against the policy guidelines. I never threatened this man in any specific way. I criticized his behavior. I really did. I really criticized his behavior. But I wasn't calling for this man's death. I was calling for this man to face justice. That's what I was asking for. But that's what YouTube does. Not only have they age restricted my video, but as a result, they've limited the audience that I reach, and therefore making it harder for the cops to find this criminal who is on the run. So YouTube, by this logic, like I said, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna refer to the bullying thing. As I grew up, I was told if you see a bully picking on a kid and you do nothing, you are just as guilty as the bully. Well, YouTube, by limiting the reach of this specific video, what you're doing is helping and being an accomplice to a fugitive who is being hunted down by the cops. What YouTube is doing right now is criminal, and hopefully, some legal action can take place. Because it's insane, man. They're literally limiting the audience of this video simply because they want to defend their little buddies of Black Lives Matter. It's insane, man. Share this video as well. I'm not gonna be honest with you. Share this video because YouTube's probably gonna either ban this video, age restrict this video as well, or worst comes to worst, they're gonna outright ban my channel because not only did they call out their nonsense, but I'm also using this video to call out the nonsense of YouTube as well. What do you guys think? Do you think YouTube restricted this video just because I criticized one of their protected groups? Do you think YouTube could be considered an accomplice for restricting the audience of, do you think YouTube can be considered an accomplice for literally restricting the scope of the video's reach, therefore technically helping a fugitive escape the law? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, share this video, and share the previous video that I talked about in regards to the leftists, because this needs to be seen. If YouTube is going to stop me from exposing this criminal and prevent me from helping the cops find this monster, then God forbid it, man. But like I said, stress and effect. You tried to hide it, it's not going to work. You censor my videos. You try to limit the reach of my videos. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it lying down. YouTube, the ball's in your court. You read my appeal, and if you watch this video, that's your choice, man. But think about this: by limiting the scope of my video, of this specific video about love, right? About this guy, about this Black Lives Matter terrorist. That's what he is. By limiting the reach of that video, you are aiding in his escape, and you are denying the man he assaulted and nearly killed justice. Because what Marquise Love did was not an act of valor, was not an honorable act. It was a criminal act, and you should be ashamed of yourself, YouTube. I'll see you guys next time.